This explosive biblical discovery just shattered every Hollywood representation of angels you've ever seen. I'm talking about classified ancient descriptions that reveal angels as terrifying otherworldly beings with multiple faces, wheels covered in eyes, and serpentine characteristics that will give you nightmares. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to expose the most shocking truth about biblical angels that religious institutions have been hiding for centuries. But warning, these ancient descriptions are so disturbing they'll change how you see spiritual beings forever. Intro, what's up, biblical truth seekers and mystery hunters? When you think of angels, what comes to mind? Probably beautiful humans with flowing robes and feathered wings, right? Maybe even cute cherubic babies floating around on clouds. Here's the devastating reality that will shatter your religious comfort zone. Those Hollywood representations are completely fabricated. The actual biblical descriptions of celestial beings are so terrifying and alien that they make horror movies look like children's cartoons, in shocking parallels with otherworldly beings that will leave you questioning everything. These weren't necessarily supernatural beings. They could be human messengers. Even John the Baptist is called an angelos in the New Testament. When biblical texts describe supernatural messengers, they're absolutely terrifying in their power. One angel slaughtered 185,000 Assyrian soldiers in a single night. Another brought plague that killed 70,000 Israelites. Today, I'm about to unleash the most comprehensive analysis of biblical angel descriptions ever assembled, including classified details from ancient Hebrew texts, archaeological evidence from Mesopotamian cultures. When angels visited Abraham, Lot, or Joshua, they looked like ordinary men. Lot's angelic visitors appeared so normal that the men of Sodom saw them as regular travelers. No wings, no halos, no flowing robes, just normal people with devastating supernatural abilities. Ancient descriptions place cherubim as hybrid creatures with animal and human characteristics, similar to Mesopotamian Cherubim, protective beings with lion bodies, human heads, and eagle wings. The recipients had an idea they were dealing with supernatural beings, until these entities revealed their true nature. Jai's six-winged seraphim were likely serpentine beings with multiple wing pairs. But listen carefully. Egyptian urias serpents and Lebanese throne decorations feature similar winged snake imagery, suggesting seraphim were flying serpents, not human-like beings. Those terrifying wheel-covered beings with multiple eyes come from descriptions of completely different entities called cherubim, seraphim, and Ophanim. These aren't symbolic descriptions. Ezekiel provides detailed technical specifications of these otherworldly vehicles. His cherubim have 4 faces: human, lion, ox, and eagle, with straight legs ending in calf hooves and 4 wings covering their hybrid bodies. When the beings rise, the wheels rise. When they move, the wheels follow, creating a supernatural transportation system. As Babylonian armies approached Jerusalem, God's throne became a vehicle, allowing divine departure from the doomed temple. Ancient throne rooms throughout the Near East featured similar hybrid guardian creatures. Kings sat on thrones supported by winged lions, bulls, and eagles. Ezekiel simply took this familiar imagery and made it supernaturally mobile. If you're ready to discover what biblical authors actually saw when they encountered these celestial entities, you need to prepare yourself for descriptions so bizarre they defy human imagination. This isn't fantasy or speculation. This is documented evidence from ancient Hebrew texts, archaeological artifacts, and comparative cultural studies. Here's what religious institutions don't want you to discover about the true nature of biblical angels. The terrifying, multi-faced, wheel-covered creatures are different entities entirely: cherubim, seraphim, and Ophanim with specific theological and cultural functions. First, let's destroy the Hollywood myth completely. The word angel comes from the Greek angelos, meaning simply messenger. Investigate Egyptian urias serpents and their connection to seraphim imagery. It goes deeper into the archaeological evidence and cultural analysis behind these documented discoveries. Understanding these contexts helps us separate historical descriptions from later artistic interpretations. The Hebrew equivalent Malach also means messenger or envoy. King David sent human Malachim to other cities. These were just people carrying messages. Share your biggest revelation in the comments below, and make sure you follow for more factual biblical research that separates ancient truth from modern fantasy. But here's where it gets explosive. The cherubim on the Ark of the Covenant would have resembled these intimidating hybrid guardians. Not adorable children. The shocking part. These devastating entities appeared completely human, in Ophanim wheels, creating composite beings that no single NCO biblical text actually describes. A Lebanese throne from the 7th century BCE features winged beings supporting royal authority, proving these representations were standard across ancient cultures. Joshua even asked an angel if he was friend or enemy, thinking he was just another human soldier. The biblical pattern is clear. Supernatural messengers look exactly like humans until they demonstrate otherworldly power. Attention! What I'm about to reveal will destroy everything you thought you knew about biblical creatures. The biblically accurate angels phenomenon you see online isn't describing angels at all. Let's start with the shocking truth about cherubim. These aren't cute baby angels. Archaeological evidence from the ancient Near East reveals massive stone creatures guarding temple entrances and royal thrones. Explosive discovery. Ancient ivories found in Israel show kings enthroned on winged hybrid creatures identical to biblical cherubim descriptions. The seraphim are even more terrifying. The Hebrew word seraph means burning one and is used elsewhere in the Bible to describe venomous serpents. Archaeological artifacts from 8th century BCE, Israel show winged serpents as protective symbols. Prepare yourself for the most mind-blowing revelation in biblical creature descriptions. Ezekiel's vision contains the most alien and terrifying descriptions in all of biblical literature. But the most disturbing elements are the Ophanim wheels, within wheels covered entirely with EYES. The text describes wheels with high and terrible rims, completely covered with eyes that move in perfect synchronization with the hybrid creatures. Here's the explosive interpretation. Ezekiel transformed the static throne room of God into a mobile war chariot. This explains the terrifying mobility of these beings. They not just creatures, they components of a divine war machine, capable of instantaneous movement and devastating supernatural power. The shocking reality? Modern biblically accurate angel representations combine elements from all these different creatures. Cherubim faces, seraphim wings, the devastating truth. Biblical authors were working within ancient Near Eastern cultural frameworks, describing supernatural encounters using familiar hybrid creature imagery that would have been recognizable to their audiences. Listen carefully, seekers of biblical truth. You've just discovered the most comprehensive analysis of biblical creature descriptions ever assembled. The reality destroys popular misconceptions from all sides. Biblical angels look like normal humans, not winged beings. These descriptions weren't meant to be anatomically precise. They're symbolic representations using ancient Near Eastern hybrid creature imagery to communicate divine power, protection, and otherworldly authority. Your immediate research challenge? Examine the primary biblical texts I've referenced today, study ancient Near Eastern art and archaeology, compare Mesopotamian caribou with biblical cherubim. If this explosive biblical analysis transforms your understanding of ancient creature descriptions and religious symbolism, I need to hear about your discoveries. And if you're absolutely serious about understanding authentic biblical texts, check out my complete Ancient Near Eastern Studies collection in the description. Remember this truth. Biblical texts were written within specific cultural contexts, using imagery familiar to ancient audiences. Your journey into authentic biblical knowledge starts now.